With the unemployment rate of recent college graduates at an all-time high, there has been much debate whether a college degree is still worth pursuing. Here is our list of 10 degrees actually worth getting.
Number 10.
International business degree or finance degree. Business is becoming increasingly global, and degree programs that specialize in navigating international concerns are replacing traditional business degrees. Businesses are finding that they need people who understand international finance regulations, laws, and local tax codes.
Number 9.
Bioinformatics or biomedical engineering. The medical industry is growing due to advances in technology and information science. Scientists and medical professionals are becoming increasingly reliant on people who can create the systems that guide biomedical innovation. In addition, people with both engineering and biology education are a key part of the development of products and services that deliver better medical care.
Number 8.
Any engineering degree. As our economy begins to gain steam in many areas of technological development, people who understand the basics of how things work will find immediate entry into careers marked by job security and satisfaction. Whether you focus on chemical, nuclear, aeronautical, electrical, material, or any number of specific engineering tracks, these skills are going to continue to outpace most other career options.
Number 7.
Environmental science degree or sustainability degree. Every presidential campaign has an environmental sustainability platform. This translates to more jobs. As the U.S. continues to increase the amount of money they dedicate towards creating green-collar jobs, these degree programs are becoming better options. These majors grant access plans to enhance energy efficiency, create and implement alternative energy sources, and deal with environmental pollution.
Number 6.
Health information technology, or health administration. As the population grows older, the demand for quality medical care is increasing. In order to make this kind of care happen, hospitals and research institutes need people that understand how to create and administrate complicated healthcare networks. Health information technology and health administration degrees are a fast track for rewarding and profitable careers.
Number 5.
Computer science degree. Why is it that computer science degrees show up on every list of desirable careers or degree programs? Because there is no longer any way to conduct business or service people without knowledge of information systems. But similar to engineering programs, computer science majors are also a core part of emerging industries in robotics, data processing, and an array of interesting occupations.
Number 4.
Information technology security degree. Similar to the computer science major, information technology security is becoming a standard element of any industry. Very real concerns about protecting financial or medical privacy and confidentiality in a world that has moved into the digital cloud drive. The need for people that have specialized in the complicated work of IT security.
Number 3.
Public health degree. Public health concerns are an important element of changes happening in the healthcare industry. People with the ability to understand and interpret federal policy, as well as deal with issues in local healthcare, are starting to become a more important part of our daily lives.
Number 2.
Instructional design degree. All levels of education are feeling the need to take advantage of the rapid growth of technology and media. Some have been more responsive than others, but education has fairly recently begun creating jobs for people that can use technology to create better educational formats and programs.
Number 1.
Human resources degree. Human resources does not sound like the most thrilling occupation, but HR is much more than meets the eye. This career option is currently one of the fastest growing jobs and is projected to increase over the next decade. Human resource majors are the only people that get education and experience for handling people, which are the most valuable components of any business or institution. And that concludes our list of 10 college degrees worth getting. Did we leave something off the list? Make sure to leave it in the comments section below. And like always, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
My student loans, and parents hope their child sets off with the focus in mind to find a great job with a good future.
But what it all comes down to really is not the academic major the student chooses, but how a student learns to craft 5 basic and very important components of their undergraduate education. So Dr. Ned Scott Laff is the director of junior year at Governor State University, and here with some tips to help students become more successful during their college experience. Doctor, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
So we're talking about not stressing out over a major, and you have a personal story with your daughters that helps kind of...
2 daughters, right?
Yeah. See, we put so much pressure on the major, but the major's only 1/5 of a college education, so my daughters are perfect examples of this. My older daughter is in academic medicine at Yale University with a major in French. And my younger daughter lives in Arizona, and she works for Homeland Security as an assistant chief justice.
Wow.
With a major in choreography.
Choreography.
Now, the point of this is it's not the major that matters, because when you think about a major, someone says, I want to be a psych major. Well, psychology is made up of fields of study, such as cognitive or counseling, or social psychology or developmental. How you begin to think about this impacts the other aspects of an undergraduate education. So most of the time, students are told, finish your general education in the first 2 years. But how would you know what to take out of that if you don't know what it is you're putting together for your undergraduate experience?
Right.
Then there's the rest of the hours that you need to graduate, and you don't know what to put together with that if you're sitting down and saying, I'm going to go into something called English, but I have no idea what I mean by that or where it can actually go. No one ever tells a student that you can do medieval studies in English and prepare yourself for the video gaming industry.
Right.
Finally, there's two other components.
Okay.
The next one is how you take advantage of the leadership opportunities that are on your campus. And the fifth one is how you put together experiential learning. Now, that experiential learning can be service learning, it could be internship opportunities. They're all over the place. And if you're in the Chicago metro area, there is nothing that you can think about that isn't happening. Just let yourself go. And so what I've always discovered is students may come in undeclared, but they actually know what their passions are if they have a place to talk about it.
And sometimes when you're too rigid about it, then you get way too focused on the nuts and bolts of that.
Right, and then what happens is students end up changing majors, and that's where students end up incurring costs. So right now, average time to graduation in the United States is 5.5 years. And if students come in thinking about those things that they really care about, they can craft an undergraduate education, get out on time, and be marketable.
That's really
We were
important.
just talking about this during the break. So we're both in broadcast journalism. You majored in broadcast journalism. I majored in communication because I still wasn't sure what I wanted to pursue.
Right.
But I built my resume by doing those internships so I could learn how to be on You and Me
Right.
at 6 a.m.
Right.
during the weekdays.
It's the electives, it's everything.
It's the electives, it's how you craft everything. And so when students begin to think about this, what happens is they build a well-rounded undergraduate experience. So, of course you can go to medical school if you're an English major. Of course you can go into law if you want to study dance. And when you look at business, you can go into business from anything.
So that's how you use those components to
Right.
make yourself a better student, to really kind of get a complete experience.
Right, and once students feel free to talk about what it is that they really care about, all the pieces can come together, and then they craft an undergraduate education that makes sense to them, is marketable, and helps them land that job.
Do you have any advice for students when they get to college to really reach out and because it's going to be up to them. No one's going to come to them
Right.
and say, do this.
Walk up to anybody, faculty members, advisors, administrators, and just start talking. Because through those conversations, you begin to realize that a university is made up of a giant hidden curriculum, the stuff that faculty are actually doing when they're not in the classroom, and universities are these giant corporate enterprises. So if you want to get into development, if you want to get into management, there's all the opportunities for internship experiences on college campuses themselves.
Dr. Laff, I got to ask one thing. So you had two
Right.
daughters, one married in French, one in choreography.
Right.
Did that freak you out at the moment, or were you like, do it?
No, I knew it freaked my parents out, and it freaked all our friends out. And I said, relax, they're on the path to where they're going to go. I always knew they were going to move in that direction. But here's an interesting thing. No one ever tells a pre-med student, go to an emergency room and listen.
Right.
You'll hear dozens of languages.
So
Very
important.
good.
Those languages bring up dozens of different problems in the delivery of healthcare.
Yeah.
So what she found out, my older daughter, was the languages ended up being an incredible boost for her when she got into medical school.
Yeah.
And what my younger daughter found out, because she had all these great drama skills, it helped her become an incredible litigator.
I bet in front of a crowd like that, you better believe it.